didn't get M&M's, we got the peanuts. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta sit us on that.
Hurricane supplies.
You got pops.
All right.
So where are we at for you there? That's.
We're still talking.
It's already come out for a long time. Who has the popcorn?
No, we haven't talked in a long time. I was just talking, and so there are numbers being crunched, and then there's concepts being discussed, and so we're still talking. And so some folks are doing some work there. I've got another engagement that I got to get to, and so we'll see what happens the rest of the night.
Do you think you're closer to this? Is this possible, or is this?
It's possible.
Are you still far apart, or are you close?
It all depends. It depends on what the other side comes back with. We laid out some proposals and some numbers, and then they said they understood. So they didn't say yes, and so we'll see. I think they have to talk to Mr. Ross, who's teaching on a lesson up in Harvard or Columbia, and so when he gets out of class, then he'll call and.
Then the real school begins.
Yeah, I guess for them. So
You expect an announcement tomorrow, or?
Don't know. We'll see. It depends on them and us coming to an agreement on it. We're not there yet. So
The last time the Marlins came through here, the deal was structured in a sense and given to the commissioners with hours to look at it and vote on it, right?
no, I'm not doing that. We're going to give them at least 2 days to take a look at it. It's going to be a very simple deal. There's nothing really complex about this. And so we want to, if we do come to some kind of agreement, they'll have at least 2 days to look at it before they have some kind of a vote to put this on a referendum. Again, it's got to be a referendum, and then I also have to get a letter from the state saying that it's okay for the Dolphins to pay for it. And if I don't get that letter, then we're not going to go that fast, because I'm not going to have the people pay for the election.
You're not going to go that fast. I mean, you might have a referendum not in May, after May.
All depends. If I don't get that letter from the state, in other words, the Dolphins will have to pay for the election. And so I'm not going to have the people in Miami-Dade County pay $4 or $5 million on this election. They have to pay for it, and so we have to wait for that. We'll wait for that. So hopefully I'll get something from the state, and then we can move forward.
Are you scheduling time to meet with them tomorrow?
I want to get this kind of done. Okay, so I do want to have something. If we're going to have an election, have it before on the 14th, so that. Because I do want to put it in there that the caveat is it's conditional, that we have to land Super Bowl 50 or 51. If the people in Miami-Dade say it's okay, they're okay with the deal, it's conditional on landing Super Bowl 50 and 51. We kind of need to have that election on the 14th in order to make that happen.
Is this binding in the sense that nothing else will hold it up, or is it?
What's that?
This vote?
The vote will be binding. Will be binding. If the people in Miami-Dade County say no, we don't want the deal, it's done. We're over.
And contingent on the state, too.
It's conditional. I can't do anything about the state, and so the state's going to have to go through with their thing. All I can do is this: here's what we're going to put up. Here's our return on investment. This is what it's conditioned on. We need Super Bowl 50 or 51 and other things to happen. And if they do happen, then we can go through. We can make it happen if the people say yes. Okay, that's a big if, but the people will have the final say, and the people will not pay for that election.
But it's possible that you could come to an agreement, set the election, and then the legislature ends on May 3rd and doesn't actually.
That's correct. And
pass anything. Then no election.
Then no election.
Okay.
Is it safe to say that the Dolphins are asking for a portion of the new hotel tax, and the negotiations are how big of a portion they should get, or is there something more complicated?
We have any microphones in there? You've been listening in on what's going on? It's about the portion. There's some details there that are also as important as to the stream, and so there are concepts that I'm requiring that they have to. They're considering right now, and so there's some how much, what percentage? That's a big issue. But there are some other big issues too involved.
And right now they're saying, well, if we get this portion, we need this much revenue stream really to cover the debt over the next 30 years. Are we describing this properly, that they are going to borrow the money and the county would not borrow any money?
No, I can tell you right now, the county is not borrowing any money.
And was that the way from?
We're not financing anything.
Was that the way from day one, or is that something you requested? You told them was a condition?
That's from day one for me. Yeah, I said, we are not issuing any debt.
Okay.
And so any shortfalls, et cetera, will fall on them. Won't fall on us. We're not putting the general fund at risk in any way, shape, or form. This is not going to be like that deal over there. Okay. of the Marlins Stadium. Okay, you can put that in the background. So it's not going to be any way, shape, or form like that deal. It's completely different. It's a different animal, and we're not going to finance anything.
And so, if that's the case, then have you given them a portion of the hotel tax, saying, "Listen, this is how much I'm willing to give you," and they've told you we can't do the renovations with that much money. We need more.
Well, they said what they needed, and I've said, kind of like what I'm willing to give, and so we're not far apart. What they need in terms in order to kind of leverage some other private funds, and so. And also what I need in terms of, I think what the community needs in terms of a return on that investment. So, they're saying they're gonna, this is gonna attract major events. I wanna see some major events. And so that's probably gonna be part of the deal too. But, we'll see. If we have a deal or not, we'll know pretty soon. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
See, now that's a shot right there.
That's a shot.
Are you going to opening night?
Good try.
With the free tickets?
Anybody need any?